Okay, here we go. First try! First try! First try! One tap! Let's go! First try! We need to get her artifact as well, so let's keep going. No way! Back to back? No way! No way! No way! No way! No way! Alright, well, I mean, okay, I still need the artifact. And 30? Oh! Artifact? Character? Let's go! Welcome back, guys. Today we have Blooming Lidica, and as you can see, I have her at about 250 speed, 24k HP, 1400 defense, and about, with her artifact, around 100 effectiveness. The goal of this build is to basically outspeed everyone, pair her with someone like Lua, give her speed buff, debuff everybody, one shot. That's kind of the plan. So if you decided to skip over the preview and you don't know what she does, basically what her skill 3 does, based on how much speed you have, you defense penetrate the enemy and you do a lot of damage. Her S3 is a non-crit nuke that scales off of HP. So naturally you don't need crit, you don't need anything. It's just supposed to be a, you know, a one-shotting nuke, kind of like a Hwayoung S3. And the way that you kind of get the speed is through her S2, which gives you additional speed based on the number of debuffs that are on the enemy. Now, again, her scaling on her skill 3, like the penetration, also is affected by the stuff like slows and by speed, in addition to debuffs as, like, you know, as mentioned by the S2. So what I'm going to try to do is max out her S3, maybe max out her S1 as well. I'm not really sure, but we're going to try and one-shot everything. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first way that I wanted to try to test out this Lidica, this Lidica, Blooming Lidica character, basically I'm going to try and, I guess, one-shot someone like Violet. Again, if you have 100% defense penetration and you have a lot of HP and maybe it'll kill on a miss, I'm not sure, but we're going to try and reset the Violet, or we're going to try and reset the Violet. We're going to put the Dilibit to sleep and also, I guess, reset her as well. She should go into the Angel of Light, and assuming that everything goes properly, they should get one shot. Let's see what happens.
I'll be the one deciding how
Okay, so all we really need to do here is just put the... Oh! I completely forgot that she does that on S2. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, everyone should just be reset now, right? And even if she cuts, it goes onto Angel of Light. Will this do enough damage? Now I'm really curious. I don't actually know. So if I penetrate defense, can this S3 one-shot? 19,000! That's 19,000 on a hit. Interesting. I'm not sure if that's actually enough. 19,000 on a hit from... So it doesn't feel like we're quite at the same point in the past, which is what I was originally thinking. Like, I was originally curious if people are going to try and pick her, I guess, kind of like a Hwayoung, but that doesn't quite look like enough damage. That being said, I don't necessarily think you need to be at that point to do damage, or I don't think you need to do that much damage to show off just how strong that is. She has a stun. Okay, that did literally nothing. Okay, so she did like a decent amount of damage, I guess, to the Violet. Let's try hitting a tank this time. We're gonna run a similar kind of comp. There's still a Briar, which I Syria, so we're gonna knock her out of stealth with the Lua. We're gonna try and put the Spirit Eye Celine to sleep, and we technically also have all the AoEs. Hopefully there's like a debuff, like we push them back. Maybe we could also, I guess, reset the Destina. We're probably gonna have to use souls. Let's find out what happens.
You really want your blood spilled?
Okay, so if we put the... Actually, I guess it doesn't really do anything. Because, yeah, I guess, like, the sleep doesn't really do much because we're already waking her up. But everyone is put to sleep. Or everyone is... I apologize. Everyone should be reset, and there's, like, a load of debuffs. So, like, I'm fairly certain that the Blooming Lidica should do, like, maximum damage. I'm curious. Honestly, I'm really curious how much damage. This is probably not the right play, but I am really curious just how much damage this will do to an APOC Ravi. Let's run it.
Hide all you want.
20,000? Huh. So it's only about 14,000. So this is definitely not a Hwayoung situation. Fortunately or unfortunately, we're not dealing with the same character that we once dealt with. We're not dealing with the same character that we once dealt with a long time ago. That's pretty good damage though, all things considered. And of course, obviously, there's like a load of debuffs and there's, you know, I guess there's resets and that's totally fine. However, like what we're really looking for is the ability, I guess, to one-shot, or I guess control the team. Because right now, like we may have, you know, we may have not one-shot the APOC, but I do have the guaranteed stun, or I mean the guaranteed stun here, right? So
well, I'm left with no
the guaranteed stun, of course.
Try harder.
Oh goodness. Oh boy.
Not bad.
Uh-oh.
Don't come near me.
Okay, at least she's gone. Good enough for me, honestly.
Who was that? The goddess?
Thorn Vine, I think, is back up, right?
Destina's protection.
Yeah, my S3 is back up. Okay, so the next time that we debuff someone, we should be able to push them back. Okay. Let's push back her.
I'll be the one.
Wow, I debuffed the, oh my god, I debuffed the Destina as well. I guess 100 effectiveness is pretty decent, huh?
No value to me.
Oh, I knocked her out of stealth anyways. Okay. Okay, so in terms of like gaining the full penetration value, it was there. Like they were pretty far behind. We were pretty fast. We had the speed buff. We have all the debuffs that we could ask for in the world. It still ended up only doing about 14,000 damage, which is okay. But maybe it's time for us to now try and put on a damage artifact. Okay, so for the final team that we have here, I'm kind of curious just how good, like, just pairing a speed buff is with Lidica. So we're gonna try and give an attack buff to the Landy. We're probably gonna get, I guess, like, debuffed. But the Moon Bunny should cut. She should be able to S3, push up everybody. We have speed buff. Lidica should be able to one-shot the Cannaaaa if we fully defense penetrate, I guess. But I just want to see what happens if we add a speed buff and see how flexible Lidica could be without basically playing the entire match around her. Let's find out.
Give all that you have for the glory of Portland.
Okay, so
You're just a puppy. Let me tell you your fortune.
okay, so everything got reset, or everything, you know, gets cleansed. That's okay. We have attack buff. Landy gives us our speed buff, and Lidica in theory should just one-shot here. Okay, so technically speaking, I don't have any debuffs, but I am just curious how much damage I'll end up doing to the Cannaaaa. Also, dealing damage to some of these other characters might one-shot me. Let's find out how much damage she does against Cannaaaa.
My leaves are
One-shot? Oh, it would be crazy if she one-shot here. Oh my god! 18,000! 18,000 with Aureus!
You should rest now.
That's insane! Even with damage here, 18,000 damage?
It'll all be
I don't even know what to say. 18,000 damage through Aureus?
Don't ever ignore the power of someone.
I didn't even have debuffs. All I just had, literally all I had on my team at that point was literally just a speed buff. And it was like, I guess it was technically a slow Cannaaaa, but come on guys, like what? That's crazy.
We're much stronger now.
Okay, me hitting Aiden also equally as crazy. However, like totally fine. I think if I debuff, Lidica has her skill back up, right? Oh, maybe not.
Would you like to feel what I'm feeling?
Shoot. So she has her S2 up. If we keep hitting I think we should be
I didn't
fine.
want it to come to that.
Yeah, bonus damage. This is the other reason why I like, Abigail. Abigail keeps your backline character safe. And also, like, the curse just makes it so, like, even if I had missed this Aiden or if I hadn't done enough damage to the Aiden, I would have just one-shot it anyways. That's insane, though. Like, I just one-shot the Cannaaaa from full. Like, I know I have element advantage and I also have symbol immunity on, but I'm 24k HP and I'm 250 speed. And I killed, like, most, or I think most Cannaas would probably survive with maybe, like, 1,000 or, like, a little bit less than that in terms of HP. I almost one-shot that Cannaaaa, though. Or I almost one-shot most Cannaas if I'm doing 18,000 damage, though. Right, so we're going to use Lua this time. However, we need a bit of a light bait, so I'm going to take Sylvan Sage on Book. We have Lidica to basically one-shot the Navy Captain Landy, and then in theory, Sylvan Sage should be able to solo alongside Lua. It should be fine. Okay, so rather than waste, well, I guess technically speaking, I want more debuffs, so I am gonna put this thing to sleep. It feels like a bit of a waste, to be honest, because like you have this.
I'll be the one deciding how this story ends.
I see. I was gonna say it kind of feels like a waste to not have like the sleep not proc, but then I mean this just happened, so.
I hear your heartbeat.
Okay, so again, this shouldn't even go on to my my Lua, which is really nice for Guild War, of course, because we have, you know, we have Sylvan Sage, 23k HP, not really something to scoff at. We've got our AoE, we've got our speed buff, we've got our damage. Sylvan Sage is usually not a character that you can even end up using in Guild Wars nowadays, or is very like kind of in terms of like Guild Wars and doing stuff outside of, you know, I guess like really niche arena. But look, we're getting to use her. We're still doing a decent amount of damage, I guess. I kind of don't like this because we're gonna have to soul burn push this thing up. It does get cut. He gets his S3. We just need to wait. We just need to be patient because the second that I'm able to get my second S3, it should one-shot the Apoc Ravi or it should one-shot the Ocean Breeze Lidica. Either way, we should be in a good spot. Okay, Lua should cut. Stunning would be nice, but I understand. Uh-oh.
You really want your blood spilled?
Okay, that's fine.
Time and space. You have no value to me.
Okay, alright, okay. Lua has the Beguile.
Eternity of pain.
Sylvan Sage should be okay. There's no way this guy's one-shotting my Sylvan Sage. Okay.
This is your last chance to back down. I'm so thirsty lately.
I feel like we're gonna cut. I feel like we're probably gonna cut. But it's fine, it's fine. We just need to, oh, no. With that S1, we actually were not going to cut. So it is a very good thing that we did not actually greed here. Okay, good debuffs, 3 debuffs. I've got speed buff. One shot the APOC. It's got target. There's target on it. Oh my god, it's one-shotting. It's one. Okay, obviously it had target, but it did 23,000 damage. It's just with speed buff, basically. Okay, so long story short, I feel like because her artifact kind of has nothing to do with the actual scaling of like how much damage she does, because I guess like the damage chart or how much damage her skill 3 kind of depends on your base speed, not on the combat readiness push. It doesn't really make sense to use her artifact that much unless if you're trying to debuff like very heavily. However, if you're pairing her with anyone like Conqueror Lilius or Lua, which, I mean, let's be honest, most people are probably going to pair her with those kind of characters, it probably makes sense for her to go some sort of damage artifact. Which one that is right now, I'm not sure, but Symbol of Unity was allowing her to do up to 24,000 damage, which is huge. So if you want to do more damage with her, if you want to use her kind of like a nuker, like a Hua Young-esque kind of DPS, I would consider using maybe Portrait or Symbol of Unity. But anyways, guys, I think that between her speed, her bulk, and her damage, she looks pretty good. She does a load of damage. She kind of doesn't get one-shot by anything because she's kind of built like Apoc Ravi. And ultimately, I think she's one of the coolest and funniest characters that we've seen in a while. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the showcase. If you enjoyed or you learned something, make sure to like, comment, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe. Make sure to check out the rest of my socials: Twitch, Twitter, Discord, YouTube, TikTok, and all that jazz. If you want help with your account, if you're curious about like when I go live and stuff like that, you can always find my stuff in my Discord. And as always, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.